Hello and welcome. I'm Tierica Patterson, the publisher of LovingFLR.com, teaching you how to create loving female-led relationships that empower women. So today I have another relationship advice question. Let's get into it. She says, first of all, I wanted to say that I'm so glad I found your channel and I'm looking forward to watching more of your videos. I've been dating a guy I met through friends for about 4 months. We're both 22. He's the definition of the word gentleman, and I feel like he absolutely cherishes me and works so hard to make me happy. However, recently I learned some disturbing facts about him from some people who've known him a lot longer than I have. I'm now questioning whether I know him as well as I thought I did and whether our relationship can survive. I found out that when he was in high school, he was a cruel bully. During his senior year, he began physically bullying other guys, even when they were showering after gym class and sporting events. Near the end of the year, he started a fight with someone when they were both naked in the locker room when no one else was around. I'm not sure exactly what happened, but he ended up cutting off his penis. I was totally shocked that he could ever do something so horrible to another person, no matter what they may have done to him. I finally got the courage to ask him about it, and he admitted that it was true, and it was all over a girl they were both trying to date. He said that he knows now that it was a mistake and has gone to counseling to address his anger issues. I don't feel like a normal person would go to such an extreme measure. I'm so confused about this and have told him that I need some time. He's always treated me and others with kindness and has certainly never put his hands on me. I know that people can change, but the fact that it happened not that long ago really scares me. If you have any advice, I will be very grateful. Wow. This was a very disturbing email for me to read. And outside of the fact that this man has mutilated someone else's body, and for some reason he's still walking the streets, I think that that's unfair. But I'm going to leave him alone and focus on you. In this email, you said that you're scared. You had to work up the courage to talk to him about the rumors that you heard. The fact that you are scared alone indicates that this is not a good relationship for you. You said you told him you need some time. You need to take a long time and totally step away from this relationship. First thing you need to do is you need to tell your parents, your cousins, your brothers, your good male friends, and everybody what has happened so that they'll be aware of your safety for you. You should be scared. I know this man has seemed to turn his whole life around and he's treating you like gold. But the reality is this just happened 4 years ago, or a few years ago if you guys just graduated. And I don't think that at this point, this is somebody that you should be dealing with. Why? Because when you're in a relationship, a good relationship, you're supposed to feel safe. You're supposed to feel loved. You're supposed to be heard. You're supposed to be respected. He may be loving, respecting, and hearing you, but you do not feel safe with him, which indicates that you need to let this go. I want to tell you something right now, young lady. It is not your job to be this man's savior. It is not your job to help him rehabilitate himself. It is not your job to try to hold on to a relationship and make it work. That is not what we're teaching at LovingFLR.com. We're teaching women to be respectful leaders, to men who want to be led, to men who respect their power. Number 2, I want to make sure that you know that it's time to stop focusing on a relationship. You're 22 years old. You have not established yourself where you do not need the support of a man. And all the relationship coaching that I've done, the biggest detractor I've heard, especially from women, they've told me that they feel like they can't live without a relationship. And some have told me that they cannot say no to a man because they need him. You have to position yourself where you don't need anyone to take care of you. It's time to start a business. It's time to pursue more education. It's time to do something where you have multiple streams of income coming in from a bunch of different ways, different methods, so that you're not dependent on one source of income, and you're definitely not dependent on a man to take care of you. Next thing I want to encourage you to do, hurry up and go and get an IUD. You have to be in control of your reproductive choices. I'm not saying you don't have to have sex. I'm not saying not to have fun. You do what you want to do. But when you do have a child, it needs to be by your choice. That is the most important thing you need to do. Get an IUD. That's long-term birth control. I have an IUD and I absolutely love it. Go find out if it is a safe option for you, because that is something that will change your future if you take control of your reproductive choices. So let's recap. You're in a relationship with a man who has an extremely violent and abusive past. He may have changed, you may not have seen anything from him, but you do not know a person well until you tell them no. You do not know a person well until you step outside of him trying to keep you and really get to evaluate him as a friend. You have the rest of your life ahead of you. You can date him. You can date a bunch of different men. You can do whatever you want to do. You don't have to be serious with anybody. And you should not be serious with anybody until you secure your own bag, secure yourself financially, emotionally, become strong enough to say no. And when you say no, you mean no. Then you can choose from among the men who are trying to get your attention, and you can choose one of them at that point. At this point, you don't need to be dating seriously this man, period. But I can't make you not date him. You said you seem to be good friends with him. If you want to continue to be friends with him, then just be a friend. No sleeping with him, no going out on dates, no giving him false hopes that you guys will have a long-term future together. See how he interacts with you when you won't give him what he wants, which is a relationship, which is your body, which is your time. Because in those moments of rage or whatever he was feeling when he did that to that person, that's when his true self comes out. When you tell a person no, you really find out who they are. And I want you to be safe. And I don't want you to go to bed at night wondering, is something going to happen to me when I'm around him? Is something going to happen to my children? There are other people out there for you to choose from. And I know you enjoy companionship. I know you enjoy the good feelings. And you can find those good feelings in another person. That's just my advice. And I thank you so much for writing into me. I thank you for sharing your story so openly with me. I hope you take these words that I'm saying in love, because I do want to make sure that you feel loved. And I do want to make sure that you feel loved by me as well. So you're watching LovingFLR.com. I'm Tierica Patterson. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll talk to you soon.